What's going on, lads, and welcome to the first player review on the channel. As you can see by the title, it is this man on screen right now, Tony Martial. You will look at that record and think, what the hell? Yeah, it was for the 500 goals and assists for the 200k pack, so this is actually a different Martial to the one that I used. I packed this one if you watch my Division Rivalry boards on episode 3 of the Road to Glory. You saw me pack Anthony Martial from the untradeable packs. So obviously this one just replaced the last one. But yeah, basically, the first player review. Let's get into it. We will go into the gameplay in a bit. Let's just talk a bit about Martial. Everyone, obviously, he's still quite expensive. I think it's about 150k at the minute. He hasn't really changed. He's always been about 150k. He dropped to about 130 when One to Watches came out. Obviously, the panic selling, then he's just gone straight back up. So I think they've actually adjusted his price range as well. So he might just be above the 150 at the minute. So he's 6 foot, medium, not that good for a striker. You would like the high medium. 4-star skill, 3-star weak foot. In my opinion, weak foot is pretty irrelevant. Power shots don't really seem to be affected. Finesse shots do. So if you're on his left foot to take a power shot, it's very good. He has 87 dribbling on his face stats. But I used a hawk and I used a finisher, as you can see. I prefer finisher just because he can feel clunky. He isn't the smoothest dribbler. He isn't like a Saint Maximin, Gabriel Jesus. He isn't that good on the ball. He has 89 dribbling, but when you have 83 agility and 79 balance, it kind of counteracts it. So we need to bring those two stats up, and that is done best because he has quite low finishing for a striker, which is 85. You might say that's good, but to be very clinical, you need higher. You need, just to say Immobile's is 93 without a card. So his pace is good enough. It doesn't need to be higher than that, really. Boost his attack positioning, which is key. Finishing and shot power, which is also good. Long shots are irrelevant with a striker. Put his dribbling up, balance and agility. That was key. Just like I said, just to maximise his dribbling. Obviously, the RB dribble this year is OP. We want to be able to utilise that as much as we can. Traits, finesse shot trait and outside of the foot trait, very good. Finesse shot trait does make a difference this year, I personally think. I just feel, I don't know if it's like a placebo effect, but I actually feel more confident taking a finesse shot with a player with finesse shot trait and high curve. He has 84 curve, so it goes hand in hand, really. Flare trait, which is nice to have, just a little boost, and all the rest are just CPU ones. But yeah, quick chat about Martial. Would I pay 150 grand for him? Debatable. Very, very debatable. We're going to get into the gameplay now, and I'll talk to you more about him then. But, like I said, it's very debatable. I'm not that sold on Martial. If I would have put this video out in the time that I made the clips, which was probably about 4 days ago, I actually changed my setup, that's why this is late coming out, then I would have 100% said 9 out of 10, this stage of the game, unbelievable. But I found him not that consistent in Division 1. And if you want to be at the high levels, you need the best players. And he is very good, but is he elite? I'll tell you at the end. And watch the gameplay, watch the clips, see for yourself what he can do. I'm not saying he's bad. He's not bad at all. Not bad at all. But is he elite? We're going to find out in the gameplay section. So guys, we're going to talk about him a bit more in depth now. You can see him on screen. He is quite strong. I think that comes with his height, really. You'll see a lot of goals with his left. That first one top corner, absolutely no problem. Like I said, power shots, very good. Try and stay away from the finesse shots for a 3-star weak foot. A 4-star, okay. 5-star, 3-star weak foot, a bit iffy sometimes. A bit iffy. He is in the box. He is good, but he's not obviously Mbappe's, Neymar's. Son, for example, who I played next to him, they are like clinical 9 times out of 10. Martial, you're talking 7 out of 10. Sometimes he can't hit a barn door. Some games he will score absolutely everything. I think that's what you get with the rating now. Even though he is expensive, you still have to remember that he is an 84 rated player. So there will be inconsistencies with his shooting. He's not going to be perfect every time. The top players aren't perfect every time, so you can't expect Martial to be. But you can see in the background there's some very nice goals. Very nice. His power shots are ridiculous in the box. Finesse shots ridiculous in the box. But in the big games against the big defenders, Varane's, Van Dijk's, he can struggle because he just seems to get lost a bit, like shoulder to shoulder. They're shrug him off. They seem faster than him. When I said he was a bit clunky, so I used the finisher. I think without finisher, he will feel pretty bad when you're coming up against the top level opponents. But with the finisher, he kind of evens itself out. But he isn't the greatest striker. I personally prefer Marcus Rashford as a striker. I think that's because of the 5-star skill. If Martial had 5-star skill, he would be a lot better because you can obviously turn in little tight spaces with like McGeady spins and just stuff like that, just to get you like a little like extra angle. He doesn't have that, does he? So he does lose a bit. But like I said, guys, I would probably give him 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. As a striker, I haven't used him anywhere else. I feel like you've got to utilise Martial through the middle. He is good. 150,000 coins at this stage of the game. Very expensive, but a lot of people do have that these days. So, would I recommend him for your squad? Probably, yeah. For the first 4-5 weekend leagues, standard Martial will definitely hold his own. Division 1, possibly might need to upgrade in a couple of weeks. But for now, Martial will definitely hold his own. Few games he will get lost in. But that, I suppose any player can get lost in, really. Like, you see, I've got Eden Hazard. His dribbling is amazing. Which kind of is a bit better than, like, the way I play, I don't really sprint for on goal. I need dribblers to be able to get that chance. So for me, a player like Eden Hazard, Dembele suits me more. But Martial, he's nearly there. I would say in form, and this card could be insane. At the minute, I'm not that sold on him. Like I said, for the time being, definitely picking up. There's not that many players better in him at the minute, but when a few players start getting in forms, they could overtake Martial. But for now, I would pick him up, definitely. Easy links, French Premier League. See your links with Kante, obviously got the link to Pogba, you got the Rashford, you got Fred, if you're on more of a budget. So it's Premier League at the minute. Who you got? You got Werner, you've got Son that you could play ST, you got Rashford who's around the same price. All better than Martial, but you do have to consider Son is like 100,000 coins more about, I think. Werner, I think he's about the same as well, another 100,000 coins. So, is it worth that? I don't know. But at the minute, give him a go, give him a shout. Like mine, I just felt lucky and got him. I had him in my team, got him untradeable, like I said. But he will run out soon. If you're watching this in 6-7 weeks' time, you could have a problem. If you're watching it now, definitely pick him up. Definitely. Don't even consider if you're thinking about a Premier League team, a striker. He does what you need to at this stage of the game. But that's one. The next review will be Son. Obviously a higher budget player. Also played him as a striker. I think you're stupid not to if you use Son out on the wing. I think you're not utilising what his strengths are. So he will be next. So keep an eye out for that, guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.